I am Sheridan Morales, Trade and Industry Development Specialist from the Bureau of SME Development. Thank you for joining us once again. We hope that everyone is craving to learn about the topics that we prepared today, as our speakers are also equally thrilled to share the information just like our first two episodes on the previous weeks. For those who have just tuned in today, we would like to let you know that the MSME DigiTalks aim to push forward the digitalization agenda of the DTI to improve the business operations, competitiveness, and resilience of MSMEs through information sessions on topics most needed by MSMEs to thrive in the digital world. To give a recap on our first episode, we focus on productivity tools and have invited DICT who discuss their various activities and projects in supporting MSME digital development. We have also invited speakers from Peddler Philippines and Zales who provided info on inventory system and practical steps for MSMEs toward digital transformation. On our second episode on digital payment tools, wherein we invited speakers from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas who discussed on their various digitalization program activities such as Palengque RPH, a collaboration framework to promote cashless payments in public markets and local transport across the country, and standard business loan application or a standardized MSME business loan application form of BSE supervised financial institutions. We have also invited speakers from Just Pay 2 who discussed on the importance and benefits of remote and contactless payments to a business. Lastly, MasterCard presented the challenges MSMEs face in managing and growing their business and shared some cybersecurity tips. For today's episode, we are focusing on financing opportunities and tools available for MSMEs. These are finding available financing opportunities, resources, and opportunities to help MSMEs scale up their business. Before we start, may we request everyone to turn on their cameras for a virtual picture-taking opportunity. Okay, thank you everyone for turning on your cameras. Okay, may I also remind everyone to fill out the attendance for today's session. Just click the link in the chat box po. Okay. Certificates will be issued as long as you will be able to attend at least 4 sessions and have completed to fill out the customer satisfaction form or the CSF, which we will be posted later on. To start with, we have invited our speaker is from the Small Business Corporation or SB Corp, which is an attached agency of the DTI that focuses to provide MSMEs the much needed access to finance to help them grow their businesses. It has several programs for the MSME market, the wholesale lending to smaller financial institutions, cooperatives and foundations, and retail or direct lending to micro, small, and medium enterprises. Our first speaker for today graduated from University of the Philippines with a bachelor's degree in development communications and took up her master's degree in communication management at the Asian Institute of Journalism and Communication. She has served in other government agencies like the Philippine Council for Agriculture and the National Economic and Development Authority, or NEDA, before performing her current role as a Corporate Executive Officer 3 of the Communications Department of Small Business Corporation. To discuss about SB Corp digitalization and the Rise Up program, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Eloisa P. Isip.
Okay. Hello, magandang hapon. Good afternoon po everyone. And I would like to thank po our friends from BSMED for the invitation. Na-miss ko kayo ah. Tagal natin hindi nagkikita. Anyway, although very last minute yung confirmation namin for this event, we really appreciate the opportunity to be able to present our programs. By the way, am I coming in clear? Malinaw po ba yung audio ko?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes
Okay,
po.
thank you. Kasi nag-warning yung computer ko, sabi niya, my internet daw is unstable. Okay. So, pag na-cut off po ako, mag-reconnect ako. So, um, marami po kasi na ang return to office na. So, we are using the office Wi-Fi. A lot of us. So, medyo minsan meron kaming time na naglalag siya. So, bear with me. So, yung presentation ko today has two parts. I'm going to play a pre-recorded presentation on how SB Corp was able to digitalize our processes, particularly our lending program. And then after that, I am going to present yung aming latest, recent na existing online loan program para sa ating mga MSMEs. So I will start off with showing you how SB Corp was able to deliver our services and our programs to our MSMEs during the pandemic. Okay, yan, good afternoon po ulit. So using that, so what I have shown you, so through the video po. Okay, so yon. So what I have shown you po on, hindi na po ako magbibideo ha, baka po kasi ma-disconnect na naman ako. So I have shown you through the video is how our process po evolved from our manual loan application system to our online loan application system. Using that online system, we were able to provide financing and loan programs to our stakeholders even during the pandemic. So siguro most of you have heard the Bayanihan Cares. So we ended, the Bayanihan Cares loan program has ended na po, or we have closed that system noong January 31, 2022. And what I'm going to present to you today is our new and our ongoing program. This is the Rise Up program. So we are still using the same system, the online system, for application of loans for the Rise Up program. So share ko po sa inyo yung aming Rise Up program. Sana hindi na ako ma-disconnect. Okay. So yan, ito po yung ating Rise Up program. So it is the Resilient, Innovative, and Sustainable Enterprises and Leisure Powers with SB Corp. We designed this program in a way that we are going to be able to sustain yung gains ng ating mga MSMEs during the pandemic. So marami po tayong MSMEs who were able to sustain their businesses, who were able to remain afloat, and were able to keep their businesses and their employees then during the pandemic. So we are hoping to be able to sustain that through this program. So sa mga hindi po nakakakilala sa Small Business Corporation, kami po ay isang non-bank government financial institution. Kami po ay created in 1991 under the Magna Carta for MSMEs. Ang aming pong mandato or ang aming mandate is to engage in development initiatives for MSMEs and mag-implement po ng policies and programs to assist our MSMEs in all areas. And hindi lang po ito sa financing, kasama na rin po dito ang training. So SB Corp, as I mentioned before, is under the policy and program administrative supervision of the Department of Trade and Industry. So kami po ay nasa ilalim po ng Department of Trade and Industry. So kami po ay, ang aming pong mother agency is the Department of Trade and Industry. Okay, so kami po ang major implementer po ng Bayanihan Cares at ngayon ng Rise Up program. So under the Bayanihan Cares and the Rise Up program, we were able to lend out to more than, nasa screen po natin. Okay. So, ang Rise Up program po, tulad na nabanggit ko, itong programa natin aims to sustain the gains of MSMEs that have survived the past 2 years of the pandemic. So, we would like to provide multi-purpose loans that have soft terms and can be easily accessed by our MSMEs. So, under po ng ating Rise Up program, we have 3 sub-programs. Yung ating pong Rise Up Multipurpose, ating Rise Up Turismo, and then Rise Up Tindahan. Pero ang ating pong focus today would be the Rise Up Multipurpose Loan. Kasi I have a feeling that this program would be the most siguro applicable para sa ating mga MSMEs present today. So kasi ito po ay multisectoral. So ibig sabihin pagka multisectoral, lahat po ng sector or lahat ng type ng industry ay pwedeng mag-apply dito sa ating Rise Up Multipurpose Loan. Yung Rise Up Turismo Loan naman po, ito ay para sa mga MSMEs engaged in tourism activities. So regardless po kung ito ay accredited or hindi accredited na Department of Tourism. And we have a program for mga sari-sari stores. Ito po yung ating Rise Up Tindahan, pero ito po ay medyo limited po ito sa ating mga sari-sari stores na under sa isang FMCG network. So, ibig sabihin po, kailangan po tayong magparehistro sa isang FMCG para po tayo ay makapag-apply para sa loan na ito. So, punta na po tayo sa Rise Up Multipurpose Loan. Under the Rise Up Multipurpose Loan, meron po akong dalawa klase ng loan na pwede natin pong applyan. Yung isa po ay micro multipurpose loan, ito po ay para sa multi-sectoral micro-enterprises o yung may mga loan requirements lang po na loan requirements na up to 300,000. So kung ang kailangan lang po natin ay hanggang 300,000, ito po yung ating pwedeng applyan, yung micro multipurpose loan. Kung medyo may laki naman po yung kailangan natin, lampas ng 300,000 hanggang 3 million, pwede po tayo mag-apply dun sa MSME multipurpose loan na first timers. Ito po yung para sa multisectoral SMEs. Ibig sabihin yung mga loans po dito ay pwede lampas 300 hanggang 3 million. So, yun naman po isa yung suki, ito ay para sa aming mga existing borrowers. So, kung kayo po ay may existing loan sa amin at meron po kayong good standing at meron po kayong history, repayment track record ng up to 6 months, pwede po tayo mag-apply ulit ng bagong loan. So yun po yung ating MSME multipurpose loan suki. So again, yun pong ating micro multipurpose loan para sa loans po na mga negosyo po dyan na nangangailangan ng hanggang 300,000 lang. At yun naman pong ating MSME multipurpose loan first timers para dun sa mas malaki yung kinakailangan natin or kailangan natin ng mas malaking halaga. So dito po tayo sa micro multipurpose first timers. So under the micro multipurpose loan, lang po Yan. Okay. So, under the micro multipurpose loan, ito po yung nabanggit ko, yung ating maximum loanable amount is up to 300,000. So, magkano po yung ating pwedeng ma-loan o ano po ba yung basis ng amount na pwedeng nating ma-loan? So, tayo po ay pwedeng manghiram ng up to 40% po ng ating existing business asset. So kung kumpitin po natin yung value po ng ating business asset, 40% po noon pwede nating ma-loan under this program. Tapos po kung ang ating loan naman po ay gagamitin natin for fixed asset acquisition or kailangan natin bumili ng fixed asset para sa ating business, no? Pwede po natin ma-increase yung ating loanable amount out of 50% po ng ating existing business asset. Pero hindi po pwedeng lumampas ng 80% ng purchase price po ng ating fixed asset na bibilhin. So, ang loan term po natin dito, payable monthly up to 3 years inclusive of grace period. So, meron po tayong option po ang borrower na mag-grace period po. Sa grace period naman po, option of the borrower, pwedeng maximum of 12 months. Multiples of 3 months po tayo, 3, 6, 9, or 12 months. Pero on the principal only. So, ibig sabihin po, kung mag-grace period tayo, we'll still have to pay po a certain portion of the interest during the period po na tayo ay naka-grace period. So, interest rate is 1% per month po ito. 1% per month based on diminishing balance. Ibig sabihin, habang po tayo ay nagbabayad ng loan natin, lumiliit po yung ating outstanding balance, lumiliit din po yung ating interest na binabayaran. So, yun po ang ibig sabihin nitong based on diminishing balance. So, requirements, kailangan lang po tayo mag-submit ng government-issued ID. So, para po sa mga loans not more than 100,000, you need to submit a barangay certification na kayo po ay mahigit 1 taon na nagnenegosyo. At kung lampas naman po ng 100,000 yung ating hihiramin, kailangan po tayo mag-submit ng mayor's permit. Photos and videos po ng business operation. Kung kailangan po natin ng guide, paano gawin yung ating mga photos at anong kailangan sa ating mga photos at paano gawin yung ating video para sa ating application, meron po kami nito. Available dun sa aming Facebook page. Punta lang po kayo sa Facebook page and hanapin niyo po yung post namin on ano yung kailangan nilalaman ng ating 1-minute video. So makikita niyo po doon yun. And then corporate documents po kung tayo po ay korporasyon. And then ang business track record po na requirement dito is at least 1 year po as evidenced by the business permit. So very important po na magsasubmit po tayo ng previous year and present year na business permit. As proof po na tayo ay nagnegosyo ng mahigit 1 taon. Para naman po doon sa ating MSME multipurpose loan, first timers, dito po, pwede po tayong makihiram ng up to 3 million. So, ang basis po ng ating loan amount, kung doon po sa kabila, 40% po tayo ng asset. Ito po ay 20% po ng prior year sales based on your BIR file financial statement. So, it goes without saying po na dahil medyo mas malaki yung loanable amount natin dito, nagre-require na po kami mag-submit tayo ng BIR file financial statements. So in case of fixed asset acquisition, it may be increased up to 50% of the existing business asset, but not to exceed 80% of the purchase price ng atin pong business asset na i-acquire. Loan term, same din po siya, payable monthly up to 3 years inclusive of the grace period. Ang ating pong grace period at the option ni borrower can be a maximum of up to 12 months on the principal only. Same din po, interest rate, it's 1% per month based on diminishing balance. Exclusive po ito ng documentary stamp tax. So requirements, very similar din po siya dun sa ating micro. Kailangan natin ng government issued ID, kailangan ng mayor's permit, pictures and videos of the business and the business assets, corporate documents kung tayo po ay korporasyon. Plus, during the loan assessment po, you will be required to submit your BIR file financial statement for the prior year. Kailangan po ito ay reflecting a positive income, and then BIR file financial statement for earlier 2 years, and other proof of assets po. Business track record, kailangan po at least 2 years tayo as evidenced by the business permits. Yan. So, saan po tayo mag-a-apply? Para po tayo makapag-apply ng loan, dito lang po tayo pupunta sa prs.sbcorp.ph. Ito po yung kanina yung pinakita namin na video. Ganun po yung proseso niya. At doon po yung ating application is fully online. So, wala po tayong manual or walk-in applications. So, you need to log in dito po sa ating prs.sbcorp.ph. You need to create an account. Para po doon sa may mga account, you just need to log in using your email and your password, and then you are now ready to apply for a loan. So kung nakagawa na po tayo ng account, pwede na po tayo mag-apply ng loan. Ganito yung itsura niya sa loob. So click nyo lang po yung apply for a loan, and then dito po tayo sa Rise Up Multipurpose. Pag kinlik nyo po yung Rise Up Multipurpose, yan, nandito na po yung micro multipurpose loan, para at least ito po yung requirement niya. And then our first time borrowers, dito rin po tayo sa so yun yung mga options. So wag po tayo magkakamali na i-click. So kung ang loan requirement po natin is below 300,000, dito tayo sa micro multipurpose. Kung lampas naman po at meron tayong BR file financial statements, dito po tayo sa first time borrowers. Okay, so yung application po natin, katulad ng nakita po natin kanina sa video, will pass through this credit assessment stages. Una po yung credit standing. Both the borrower and the business will be subjected to a credit investigation para po kung meron tayong previous po na unpaid loans po or bad debts. Okay, so business information assessment naman po, we will check your application and the documents you submitted, kung valid and legit po yung ating mga documents na sinubmit. And then financial performance assessment, dito na po yung portion na our account officers will contact you if they need additional information. And dito rin po maa-assign yung ating loanable amount and maa-approve ang ating loan. So at every stage po ng ating assessment process, si borrower po ay pinapadala ng email. So you need to check your emails po regularly for the status of your loan. Or you can always log into your to your BRS account and see the status of your loan doon po sa ating dashboard. Okay, so how will you get your loan proceeds? Paano nakukuha po yung ating loan proceeds kung ready na po siya for release? Fund transfer po siya kung tayo ay may land bank account. PesoNet po kung ibang bangko yung ating bank account na isasubmit, or electronic money account like GCash or PayMaya. So, paano naman po tayo nagbabayad ng loan? So, we have a number of ways po. Pwede tayong online sa Land Bank Liquidity Portal. Sa Nationwide po, Bayad Center. Palawan Pawn Shop. Ito po yung Palawan Pawn Shop, hindi po yung Palawan Express. Medyo yung malalaki pong pawn shop ng Palawan, hindi po yung Palawan Express branches. Pwede po tayo sa USSC. Ito po yung mga branches ng Western Union. And pwede rin po tayo magbayad via GCash. So sa GCash po, punta lang kayo sa bills payment. So doon po nakikita yung Small Business Corporation bills payment and then government services, and then po i-click nyo lang, hanapin nyo lang po sa menu yung Small Business Corporation. So pwede nyo pong bayaran yung ating loan via GCash. And that's all. If you have any questions or you need assistance with your loan application po, you can email us at communicationsteam@sbcorp.gov.ph. Visit nyo rin po kami sa Facebook for updates. And then visit our website po, sbcorp.gov.ph. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Eliza PEC, for that wonderful presentation. We appreciate the SB Corp for accommodating and sharing with us of their various programs that MSMEs can avail or access credit. So for the Q&A session, may I call on to the Division Chief of the Monitoring and Evaluation Division of the Bureau of SME Development, Ms. Cynthia C. De La Cruz. Ms. Ching, the virtual floor is yours na po. Hello, yes. I'm sorry.
Introduction. Good afternoon, Miss Eloisa. Medyo mahina lang yung ating reception no, a little while. Pero klaruhin lang natin yung mga points na sinabi ni Miss Eloisa kanina. Number 1, 12% ang interest rate no, per annum.
Hindi po, 10 po, ma'am. 12, sorry. 1%. 12. Hindi po. Actually, hindi natin ina-advertise yung 12, ma'am. It's 1%
okay.
per month po.
1%.
Based on diminishing. Based on diminishing balance.
Tapos based on diminishing balance.
Kasi
so,
po, kaya po hindi na namin siya ginagawa 12% kasi actually po in reality kapag based on diminishing balance siya tas 1% per month, parang ano na lang po siya, around 7% per annum na lang po siya. Kasi para based on diminishing balance po siya.
Oo, para ka na lang nag-loan ng iyong salary loan noon, no?
Maliit na lang po siya.
Actually, mas maliit kasi fix yung mga salary loan, di ba?
Opo, spread po yung interest throughout.
And this
ito
is
po ay based on
diminishing. So this is really very low, no? Maybe comparable with the rest of the ASEAN standard, no? Good, very good itong program natin sa SB Corp. Ngayon, ang tanongin natin yung audience natin ngayon, Ma'am Eloisa. So we have about 154. Sino na ba ang nakapag-loan sa SB Corp? So paki-type po nga ang 1 kung sino na po ang nakapag-loan ng SB. Although I'm sure meron kasi may mga nagtatanong, nagpa-follow up dito sa ating chat. So, siguro meron talagang mga nakapag-loan. May mga nakapag-loan ba sa SB Corp? Meron.
Huwag niyo po akong kukuyugin, ha?
Will ano lang, Miss Eloisa, will siguro mention a few of the questions. Number 1, tinatanong nila, although nakalagay na po doon sa presentation nyo, kung nagbibigay daw po kayo ng feedback para doon sa mga clients na na-disapprove. Yung na-disapprove na talaga, yun ang tinatanong. Kung may feedback ba tayo sa SB?
Actually po, pag na-disapprove yung loan po natin, nakakatanggap po tayo ng email. Naka-indicate po doon kung ano, yung reason po kung ba't tayo na-disapprove or ano. Pero usually po, pwede naman po kayo din mag-inquire sa atin. Pwede kayong mag-email or pwede kayong tumawag sa opisina po. Yung number, bigay ko na lang po sa inyo. Pwede po kayong tumawag para ma-inquire niyo po kung ano yung reason kung bakit tayo na-disapprove sa loan. Or depende po kasi kung anong stage tayo na-disapprove. May iba-iba pong dahilan yun for every stage po kasi. Depende, ma'am. Oo, minsan po nasa financial performance na tayo, madi-disapprove pa rin po yung loan natin. Kasi siguro upon checking po ni AO, meron po siyang na nakita na ano, so nadi-disapprove pa rin po siya. So depende po kasi kung anong stage siya na-disapprove.
Okay,
so pwede po tayong mag-inquire. Pwede niyo kami email, pwede rin po kayong tumawag sa amin sa office. Meron na po kaming in-house dito na ano, na actually nilipat namin in-house ang aming call center para mas mabilis po yung ating pag-assist po sa ating mga borrowers.
Miss Eloisa, marami pang mga tanong to, pero we will not mention all of them kasi yung iba parang talagang detalye kung ano ng yung ng status nila.
Sagutin po namin yan, email na lang po
by
kayo.
Email. Siguro we'll send forward
sa chat.
Mga tanong sa wala daw silang reply regarding the rise of turismo. I think this is really the very reason why we invited SB Corp, no? Para maklaro lang din yung mga iba pang gusto mag-avail ng loan na to. I'm sure there are a lot of funds still na pwedeng ipautang ng ating SB Corp. So siguro this is also a promotion to that loan fund na meron tayo, no?
Please.
Kasi napakadali naman ng sistema, no? Siguro sundan lang natin. And if ever our DTI office po ba are equipped din or are well informed dun sa process?
Yes
para they
po,
can just go to
opo.
our SB, to our business counselors?
Yes po, they can go to the nearest negosyo center po for assistance. Actually, ini-encourage po namin 'yon kasi alam din namin na most of our borrowers po are talaga technology challenge po, no? Ako nga
Oo.
technology challenge nasa
Oo
office
nga,
na, 'di
lahat
ba?
tayo actually, oo.
Opo, wala kaming medyo mabagal yung aming wifi. So may
Oo
mga
nga.
ganun po talaga tayong ina-experience. So we encourage you po to visit our negosyo centers po
Sige,
for
sige.
assistance.
Siguro one more thing, Miss Eloisa, ang ano din ang meron ba tayong parang call center
Yes
for
po.
that
Type ko po dito sa chat box, ma'am, yung
Yes,
for
please.
everyone to see yung ating pong
Oo. Yun.
email and ayan, tinype na
Email,
pala ni
yan, yan.
DMSMED staff. Communications team
Yes,
at
thank you.
sbcorp.gov.ph. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes, yun. I'm sure may sasagot dyan. Number 2, gusto nilang malaman kung mabibigyan kayo ng copy ng presentation. Yes po, lahat po. Actually, this is a recorded event. So, ito ay malalagay po natin sa ating FB later on. So, para yan for mass dissemination din ng ating information and advocacy. Number 3, gusto nilang malaman kung okay. Pending application. So ito ibibigay na natin kay Ma'am Eloisa. Ito yung mga pending application kung na-disapprove, kung ano ng status, kung babalikan ba sila 3 months lang ako, walang interest pa. I'm sure pwede nating linawin yung mga. Meron kasi akong existing loan. Will it affect my application sa SB Corp? Do you ask other credit companies of my credit integrity? So mayroon bang mga ganito parang sa bangko pag umuutang?
Yes, ma'am. Meron po. Katulad na nabanggit ko kanina, nag-check po tayo ng credit standing, no? May credit standing assessment tayo. Wala namang problema kung may loan tayo sa iba, ma'am, basta hindi lang siya pass-through. Opo. So, kung current naman po yung ating loan, kahit meron tayong ibang loan sa ibang bangko, okay lang po yun. Basta hindi po tayo pass-through, ma'am.
Okay. Tanong lang last. I think meron dito yung mga requirements nakalagay. Mayor's permit, meron palang BAMBI permit, no? Ay,
Yes
BAMBI
po.
Certificate of Authority. Is that sufficient na po? O dapat
Alin
may
po?
nakalagay
Yung certificate po, ma'am.
of
BAMBI
authority is
certificate
okay
siya.
na
Opo.
siya.
Yes, ma'am.
So, madali lang makakuha nun sa DTI. Number plus, ang requirement nyo, plus the BAMBI Certificate of Authority, may nakalagay doon na financial statement. Required po ba yon?
Yes, ma'am. For loans more than 300,000 po, be required po.
Financial statement, pero hindi naman sinabi dito na audited financial statement.
BIR filed, ma'am.
BIR filed,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am. Okay. Pero once it is filed sa BIR, it is audited. Tama ba?
Yes, ma'am. Opo.
So eventually, so the financial statement has to be audited. O sige. Yun po ang ating pero iklaro natin yan kasi parang ang I heard that yung sa BIR hindi na audited financials pag micro, di ba? We'll check na lang po natin.
Basta BIR filed, ma'am.
Basta BIR filed.
Opo, basta may stamp receipt po siya ng BIR.
Sige.
Consider that.
I think that's about it, Ma'am Eloisa. Thank you so much po. Kahit na medyo meron tayong technical difficulty,
Yes, ma'am.
at least
Pasensya
narinig kayo ng ating mga SMEs. Kasi natignan ko mga totoong SMEs, karamihan ng ating guests ngayon na participants, no? Actually, pang third na namin to. So lahat yan, very excited na talaga to hear more about the programs and to help them go teach it. So at least even yung lending program ng SB, naka-digital na. So very very timing talaga to dun sa ating goal for digital transformation. Thank you, Ma'am Eloisa.
Hi, welcome po. Thank you po. Doon po sa mga may tanong, pa-email po kami. Nandun po yung email namin sa Ads Communications team pala yan. And then yung number po na minention ko, tinype ko na rin po sa chat box. So you can call us na rin po.
Okay. Yan po. Nandyan po sa ating chat box yung ating contact details ng SB Corp kung kailangan nyo pong mag-inquire tungkol dun sa RISA program. It's communicationsteam@sbcorp.gov.ph. So yan po. I think nandito rin to sa kanilang website. Ang website ng SB is SB Corp po ba?
Opo, sbcorp.gov.ph.
So yun po ang meron.
May nahingi ng mobile number sa chat. Sige po, magbibigay din kami ng mobile number.
Okay, magbibigay po. Later po, ilalagay po namin yan and we'll provide po dito sa chat na lang. Okay. Wala bang cellphone? Opo, kasi ngayon sa karamihan
Oo,
talagang
meron po, ma'am.
gano'n na tayo mag-communicate. Baka minsan may mag-request Viber, no? So gano'n na rin.
Opo,
Gano'n talaga ang communication. Okay, meron pa bang nag-question? I think naka-raise lang, baka hindi naman talaga, baka na ano lang, na-raise lang yun hand. So I think we will end yung session ni Ma'am Eloisa and we'll give way to the next speaker.
Okay.
Thank you, Ma'am Eloisa.
You're welcome po always. Thank you po.
Thank you, Cherry, to our host. Your turn.
Okay, thank you, Miss Eloisa, and thank you, Miss Ching, and to all our participants who participated in the Q&A. Okay, so again, may I also remind everyone po to fill out the attendance for today's session. Just click the link in the chat box. Okay. For our second speaker, we have requested a message of support from our regional directors via video presentation. We would like to present to you a video message from DTI Region 1. Ladies and gentlemen, to share with us the region's best practices on digitalization, Regional Director Grace F. Baluyan.
Naimbag na bigat mula sa amyan ng Luzon, tahanan ng malikhain at masisipag na Ilocano MSMEs. The COVID-19 pandemic has become a major life changer that paved the way to digital runway and ultimately business successes. People nowadays are going digital. Further, digitalization and the use of information communication technologies, or ICT, have become more a way of life. In fact, in the third quarter of 2021, internet users in the Philippines spent 10 hours and 27 minutes per day using the internet. It is therefore inevitable that MSMEs undergo digital transition. Online transactions have replaced face-to-face transactions as a result of rapid technological advancements. Hence, there's a need to take advantage of digital market strategies to make our MSMEs stay competitive. Digital transformation is critical for MSMEs to succeed, but some of them face various challenges in embracing digital technologies, to include additional investment requirements, and the complexities brought about by digital technology. While the transition has become fast and overwhelming for some, DTI Region 1 continues to provide opportunities to micro, small, and medium entrepreneurs, or MSMEs, to adapt and innovate in addressing the challenges. DTI Region 1 has been helping MSMEs reach their full potential in the digital world with the conduct of the following activities: trainings on digital marketing, how to put business online, digitalization of MSMEs, enrollment to payment platforms, online product photography, live selling techniques, to name a few. We also have shared service facility projects and fab labs capable of providing technology tools to MSMEs in the improvement of their products. Our business counselors in our regional office, 4 provincial offices, and 81 negosyo centers have been our agents in pushing active involvement of MSMEs in e-commerce. To date, we have onboarded a total of 10,857 MSMEs in the region. Further, are there other interventions, including helping MSMEs launch their own online websites and pages to sell their products. Indeed, innovation and digital transformation on the part of MSMEs are critical to attain growth and resiliency amidst the pandemic. In this digital age where competition has become more apparent and inevitable, we recognize that our MSMEs need to adopt digital transformation and continuously innovate. This is where DTI MSME DigiTalks come to picture. The DigiTalks aim to bolster their business operations, competitiveness, and resilience of MSMEs through information sessions on topics most needed by our MSMEs to achieve their full potential in the digital economy. Fostering digital transformation today requires more than just adopting new technologies. It also means creating environments where businesses can leverage information to deliver meaningful change that drives positive business outcomes for the recovery of our local economy. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, DTI Region 1, for that inspiring video. We appreciate you sharing the various programs that you have initiated to help our MSMEs to step further and thrive in the digital world. Our MSMEs watching now can duplicate your efforts and be able to adopt digitalization to sustain their growth. Moving on, our next speaker for today is from industry, wherein the company is dedicated to supporting small and medium enterprises through valued partnerships, advanced technology, and viable financing solutions which enable business growth. The topic is about the era of digitalization, MSME financing innovations, and in addition to this, industry will present what are their financing options offered to our MSMEs. Our next speaker is a former relationship manager and is currently the product manager of Industry Philippines. She was conferred a Bachelor of Science in Management Engineering by Ateneo de Manila University with the distinction of magna cum laude. Ladies and gentlemen, the product manager of Industry Philippines, Miss Jeannie L. Puna. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hello, good afternoon. Rinig naman po yung audio.
Yes po.
Okay. Hi, my name is Jenny and thank you talaga sa DTI for having us today. Super excited din kami to share yung services po namin dito sa industry. And yun, how we've entered itong era of digitization to provide mga innovative solutions po for SME. Sige, yan. Share screen lang ako. Okay. So, kita naman po yung screen. Here. Yan.
Yes, ma'am.
Yan. So, gaya nga po ng sabi, our talk is entitled Era of Digitization, SME Financing Innovation. So, mabilis lang po yung talk na to. Gusto lang po sana namin ipakita kung paano po namin in-apply yung innovation in providing services na talagang relevant and makakatulong sa mga SME. Yan. So, siguro before we start with yung solutions ni Investry, maigi pong pag-usapan muna kung ano nga ba yung environment na pinasukan ng Investry when we started the company noong 2020. So, yung Investry matagal na po yan sa Indonesia pati sa Thailand, pero nitong 2020 lang siya pumasok sa Philippines. And yung pinaka nakita po ng Investry dito sa Pilipinas is marami po hindi nabibigyan ng pagkakataon na maka-access ng mga financing services. So meron po tayong 221 billion US dollars, napakalaki po, na credit gap in the Philippines. And marami pong rason kung bakit hindi nakakakuha ng financing yung mga SMEs. Isa po sa mga pinakamalaking reason is because of the high barrier to entry. Ano po ibig sabihin nun? Dito po sa Pilipinas, mahirap po talagang makakuha ng financing or capital na kailangan dahil po sa requirements na medyo mabigat. So a lot of the banks will look for collateral, extensive credit history, and a lot of complicated requirements. Kaya mas nagiging mahirap yung financing dito. Siguro, apart from that, isa pa pong barrier natin or isa pong reason kung ba't malaki yung credit gap, it's also because a lot of financing institutions consider it difficult na mag-serve sa MSMEs. It requires a lot of um, manpower, a lot of new processes, and a lot of service costs na a lot of institutions, although willing, hindi po nila nakikita kung paano nila masaserve yung MSME. So nakikita namin yung reasons na to when we entered in 2020. Pero weren't discouraged. Nakita din namin yung opportunity na ang dami po talagang SMEs na pwedeng tulungan. And all we need is to innovate and to digitize to be able to reduce this credit gap and to provide a solution for the SMEs that need financing. Ayan. So, now I'll walk you through yung mga products ni Investry, kung paano po namin sinubukang solusyonan yung mga na-mention ko kanina. So, as I said, isa sa mga problems ng SMEs is yung collateral. A lot will not be able to get financing kasi wala silang collateral na maibibigay. Although yung question na gusto naming sagutin in Investry is it possible na makapagbigay tayo ng capital without requesting too much of collateral? How can we reimagine or innovate what collateral means in this digital day and age? So yung nakita po namin opportunity was through understanding yung supply chain na dinadaanan ng SME. So marami pong businesses naman have business. Marami pong merong mga purchase order, mga invoices, mga incoming payments na hindi lang na-realize or hindi pa nababayaran. Isa sa mga pinakamalaking problem is yung paghintay po ng payment. Hindi naman sa hindi talaga sila mababayaran, matagal lang po talaga yung pagdating ng payment. So nakita to ng Investry as an opportunity to get these POs or invoices as a form of collateral. Since it's more readily available for SMEs, hindi siya gaano kahirap na ibigay as a document. And it's not as heavy as a requirement as physical collateral. So ito po yung product namin sa Investry. So we offer purchase order financing tsaka invoice financing. So for example, meron kayong mga project na hindi pa nababayaran or hindi pa na-deliver and na-anticipate nyo na medyo matagal yung payment terms ko with my client, pwede po siyang i-apply sa Investry, then we can give a portion of the capital to help the project and to give to give additional cash flow and funds dun sa SME. So, ayan, makikita natin sa chart na to, pumapasok po yung Investry dito sa raw materials to supplier, supplier to manufacturer. Ayan. So, yan, this is a way of innovation para mas maging accessible po yung financing and hindi siya maging gaano kahirap sa SME. Then, as mentioned din kanina, one of the issues is in terms of our credit scoring, medyo mahirap and medyo manual po siya originally dahil sa maraming requirements to be able to get a credit score. Kami naman at Investry, what we acknowledge is as suppliers or as businesses, meron po tayong transaction history na pwedeng tingnan, mga dating projects na na-fulfill na, mga dating payments na pumasok na. We try to use this as a data source din po para dito manggagaling yung credit score of the SME. So yun po talaga yung trust namin at Investry. Gusto po namin makita kung ano yung mga readily available for SMEs and gusto po natin gamitin ito para maging accessible yung financing products for the SME. Ayan. So, this is, ayan. So, yun po yung products namin. Now, isa po sa mga problems din na we saw in the Philippines is maraming willing to help SMEs, pero hindi marami yung alam kung paano. So, what we want to also be able to do is to provide more support to SMEs by helping willing investors provide funds to the SMEs through our platform. So, Actually, yung business model po ng Investry is we are a crowdfunding platform. So ano po ibig sabihin nito? Yung funds na ino-offer po namin sa Investry or yung pinapautang po sa Investry, hindi po siya nanggagaling sa kumpanya namin. What we do lang po is we actually get mga SME applications. So lahat ng mga may kailangan ng capital, pwede po mag-apply sa website. Tapos meron po kaming mga partner na investor. So mga institutions na willing na tumulong sa SMEs pero di alam kung paano. Meron din silang access sa platform, tapos pwede po silang pumili dito kung alin dito yung i-finance nila. So talagang crowdfunding po yung ginagawa namin kung saan kumukuha kami ng supply of funds from our partner investors and minamatch po namin ito dun sa demand ng SMEs for their capital. So, ang ginagawa po ng Investry is, yun, we get the applications. Kami po yung nagpa-process ng mga requirements. Kami yung kumukuha ng different documents, IDs, mga ganun po. Kami na rin po yung nag-assess and nag-credit grade internally. Tapos, prepare po namin lahat ng information na yon. Pinapakita po namin sa investor. Kapag may willing po mag-invest, pwede po niyang ipasok doon. Then Investry will help facilitate the transaction. So, yun po yung ecosystem na binubuo po namin dito sa Pilipinas. And what we want to happen is we create this environment na mas marami po ang nakakapag-access ng financing through the easy platform that we made and through the digital platform that we made. So ayan. If may questions po kayo, again, pwede niyo lang po siya ilagay sa chat box, no? Pwede po natin sagutin yan. Okay. So, as I mentioned earlier dun sa credit gap, isa din po sa mga difficulties is siguro yung high cost of setting up programs for financing ng SMEs. Kasi meron pong perception na kailangan ng physical store, kailangan ng maraming infrastructure, physical infrastructure para makapag-serve ng SMEs. What we want to prove with Investry is that we can provide a full digital solution na hindi na kailangan ng masyado maraming physical interactions para lang makakuha ng capital. So we actually have a website, investry.ph. Doon po lahat ng processing ng application mangyayari. So pwede po kayo mag-register doon, share your basic information. Lahat din po ng document is uploadable through the website already. So doon lang po namin kinukuha lahat. What happens is kapag complete naman na yung applications, meron po tayong mga relationship manager and meron po tayong team na mag-check ng application and all of that. Then kapag pumasa, we coordinate mainly through online means lang din. So talagang advocacy po namin is to digitize this process to make it easier for everyone. Yan. So if ever din po na, let's say, nakapag-apply na po kayo for an account, like nabigay nyo na lahat ng KYC requirements, lahat po ng succeeding applications kapag mag-re-apply, mag-renew po kayo ng loan, online na rin po lahat. So with that, gusto po sana namin na mas mabilis and mas madali for the applicants yung process by using our website na investry.ph. Ayan. So, siguro para mas makita nyo kung ano yung pinag-uusapan po namin, meron kaming prepare na video that should help. Ayan. Pasabi na lang din po kung may audio, no? Baka medyo na-crop lang pala siya. Pero yung video na yan, pwede niyo po siya i-access sa YouTube. Simple video just to show how to get napulot. Okay. So, share screen lang ako ulit. Sorry. Okay. Yan. So, yun, that's an overview of Investry Philippines. Gusto ko lang din po i-share in terms of our topic no, of digitization and innovation. Right now, dalawa lang yung product ni Investry Philippines. Pero ang goal po talaga namin is makapag-provide ng even more services na kailangan ng mga SMEs. So, abroad in Indonesia, we have other solutions na rin apart from lending na nakakatulong sa SMEs. So, meron din po tayong mga e-invoicing, e-procurement, etc. And although wala pa siya dito sa Pilipinas, what we found is the more that we innovate, the more we are able to help. So, yung goal po talaga namin is mas maintindihan pa kung ano ba yung mga pangangailangan ng SMEs dito para yung mga services na pwede po namin i-provide, pwede din namin ilapag sa mga SMEs here in the Philippines. Ayan. So, this is just an overview of Investry. We just wanted to give a very quick introduction para mas may time tayo to discuss no, in the Q&A. But yun, siguro to drive the point further, it would be nicer if you could hear from our actual customers. So meron po kaming prepare na video, a testimonial from one of our long-time customers na. So, pasabi ulit yung sa sound, no? Baka, ano.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Ako nga po pala si Jonathan A. Rosario, co-founder and CEO of LG Suite Incorporated, a data technology company that was incorporated in 2017. Ang main market namin ay local government units. At ang main product namin ay ang ByteLogs, which is the system platform for data gathering of household profile census. Nag-start yung business namin sa isang konsepto ng aking kapatid na kung saan walang datos ang mga rural areas natin, lalong-lalo na yung mga local government units natin. So gusto natin na gumawa ng sistema para sila ay ma-empowered at makakuha ng mga datos na pangangailangan nila para sa kanilang paggawa ng mga programa, ordinansa, pag-allocate ng resources at mabuting pamamahala. Nagsimula kami ng 2017, wala naman kaming pera. So talagang hirap. Kinayod namin yung pag-develop ng initial system namin. Karamihan ng founders ay, ang ginawa namin ay nanghiram ng pera sa mga kaibigan, kamag-anak. And then yung primary naman po ay galing sa pag-drive namin sa Uber and Grab. Nagkaroon kami ng mga project at magmula nun, tuloy-tuloy na pong lumaki ang LGU Suite. So syempre tinigilan na rin namin ang pag-Uber at Grab. Lalo-lalo itong pandemic, so sobrang laking disruption na nangyari sa aming kumpanya. May mga COVID patients sa aming mga empleyado. Ginawa namin para masolusyonan yung problema, nagkaroon kami ng mga tinatawag na team bubbles. So lumalaki yung kumpanya na kailangan siya ng sapat na operational expenses at syempre liquidity when it comes sa mga project. So syempre ang bank ngayon medyo mahirap dahil may mga kailangan sila at may mga requirements sila na hindi pa kami pwede. So nakipagtayap kami sa Investry. So yun, nasolusyonan namin yung mga pangangailangan namin sa mga liquidity problems namin. Ako ay nagpapasalamat kasama ng mga founders ng LGU Suite pagbibigay ng chance sa aming umunlad ng kumpanyang Investry. Dahil sa Investry, nagkaroon kami ng kakayahan na mas mapabilis ang aming conversion ng collectibles namin. Dahil dito, umunti yung disruption sa kumpanya. Dahil dun sa Investry, on time kami nakakapagbayad sa aming mga suppliers at yung mga sahod ng ating mga empleyado. So maraming salamat Investry. exciting ang future ng LG Suite. Kasi nakikita natin sa local government, nung last election, 30% po ng mayors ngayon ay mga millennials. Sa susunod po na election, makikita natin na mas tataas pa ang statistika na kung saan mas mananalo ang mga millennials. Ito mga millennial na po ito, nakakailangan sila ng mga IT tools, platforms para makapagbigay ng mas magandang serbisyo. At nakikita na rin po natin because of this pandemic na kailangan i-digitize lahat ng mga government services. So ano po ba ito? Ito po yung tinatawag natin na cashless and borderless society na kung saan kahit nasaan ka, pwede ka magbayad or humingi ng serbisyo galing sa mga local government units natin. Tapos pabibigyan natin ng kakayahan ng ating mga local government units na makapagbigay ng oportunidad sa kanilang mga constituents upang mas mapaunlad nila yung mga pamumuhay nila. So, maunlad ng LGU, maunlad ng Pilipinas. Napakahirap magsimula ng isang business. So, unang-una, syempre, do your assignment. Kailangan mag-research ka. Alamin mo anong mas magandang business model. At the same time, hindi lahat yan kailangan research. Kailangan mahal mo, gusto mo yung ginagawa mo. At the same time, kailangan mo ng passion and grit. Kasi hindi mo magagawa mga bagay kung wala kang passion and grit. Kasi mag-fail ka. You will fail 100 times and succeed only one time. Pero yung one time na success mo, it will grow your company. It will take you to higher heights. At kailangan mo ng higher purpose. Hindi lang dun para sa sarili mo, yung ginagawa mo, para mas mapaulad mo, mapalaki mo yung buhay mo.
Hindi pa time. Okay, so actually ito lang po yung presentation namin. Can we want more time for questions if meron man? And I hope na matulungan din po namin kayo if ever you'd like to apply for our services here sa industry. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Puno, for that informative presentation about the services that industry is offering. Again, for our participants, you may raise your hand or type your questions in the chat box if you have any queries about industry. Meron na po kaming nakitang mga questions. Ibibigay ko lang po ulit yung floor natin sa aming division chief, Ms. Cynthia Delacruz.
Thank you, Cherry. And thank you, Miss Jeannie Puno. Bagay na bagay yung pangalan mo dun sa company mo. No? Para talagang the company has invested in you talaga. So anyway, you're a magna cum laude and really, there's really, parang mag-i-invest ka talaga kay Jeannie. Anyway, hi Jeannie. Thank you so much for accommodating our request for this presentation. Totoo yung sinabi niya, yung ibang mga ASEAN, medyo malayo na sila in terms of crowdfunding. When I was in Indonesia, nakita ko na talagang very active na sila. 10 years ago, practically 10 years, 2012, nandun ako, nakita ko talaga ang kanilang fintech is very advanced na. Kahit na siguro sa Pilipinas, nag-uumpisa pa lang ang discussion noon. Sila nandun na sila. You will see everywhere the use of yung POS, the use of yung mobile money, nandun na sa Indonesia at that time. And yung crowdfunding, na-penetrate na nga nila even at that time. And now, we have Investri as the first, tama ba? As the first crowdfunding na na-approve ng SEC. And we're happy of that development, kasi that will actually accelerate yung financial inclusion natin. So, nakita natin kayo na gusto ko lang malaman if ever may nakapag-avail na ba ng products and services ng Investri. Paki-type nga ang number 2 sa chat box, baka naman meron na. So, okay, meron ba? Paki-check nga, meron bang nag-type ng number 2? So, wala pa yata, wala pa, Miss Jeannie.
Wala pa.
So, this is really a good opportunity para talagang ma-inform ang ating SMEs that there are alternatives, like the Investri. para makapag-avail ng loan. Kasi nandito ang SB Corp. They are also providing micro lending. And syempre may mga requirements kami. We're a government agency. We are in government. So meron kami talagang responsibility, no, to make sure yung the funds that we are lending to the people will also return. So medyo marami kaming requirements, no, kasama yon. Sa Investry, I know you have studied this well and you have other alternatives dun sa collateral, no? So you mentioned a lot of things earlier na so ngayon, syempre ano ang catch doon, no? Wala kang collateral. How about the interest rate? Kamusta naman po ang interest rate doon sa standard interest rate natin given that wala ngang na collateral free itong loan na to?
I see. Okay, so siguro I can talk more about the specifics nun. Yung rate po namin would be 1 to 3% per month. So yeah, usually nasa gitna yan, lalo na sa first application. Then what we do kasi is what we want is we form relationships with our customers. As much as possible, gusto po natin ng na retained relationship with the customers that we have or the SMEs that we serve. So kapag maganda po yung performance ng payment and behavior, that also affects yung interest rate in succeeding application. So yun po, yun yung siguro on the pricing namin, that's how we operate. Also for transparency, yung pinaka-form po namin din ng collateral would be post-dated check. So we're looking into multiple payment options. Pero right now, meron po kaming requirements na post-dated check as a form of security lang naman po. So, ayan. Yeah, I hope that answered the question.
So may post-dated check pala.
Yes.
Okay.
Naka-mute po kayo, Cynthia. Miss Cynthia, naka-mute po ata kayo.
I'm sorry. Do you have prioritization on the business types of the loan application?
Okay. Prioritization, I think, wala naman. Right now, we're open to all industries. We have also experienced lending naman to multiple industries. So, we're open to anyone. And what we want to do also when we have applications that come in is iniintindi din po namin yung industry na pinanggagalingan ng business so that we could provide a product that's fit for you. Kasi hindi naman po lahat ng businesses will fit in our purchase order financing or invoice financing. So we have dedicated relationship managers to help you select yung product based on your financial needs then. Oo.
May konting issue dito, na? Gaano po ka-safe ang personal details ng mga aplikante?
Right. So we comply with the Data Privacy Act. You can also check our privacy policy. It's on our website. Naka-assure naman po doon na lahat ng information na gagamitin will only be used for industry operations and purposes. And yun, we also use our relationship managers as a channel to get your consent and everything every step of the way. Isa po talaga sa promises namin is transparency. So we want to make sure na malinaw sa inyo lahat ng processes, lahat ng pinipirmahan nyo, lahat ng agreements that we have together as industry. So yun, we're assured naman that we'll protect your data if ever may application kayong ipinasok. Opo.
Okay, isa pang tanong. Will they tell you how much is loanable amounts sa Investry based on your uploaded documents? And paano pagka walang magka-interest sa application ko na investor?
Okay, good question. So, yung application kasi namin ngayon is based sa purchase order and sa invoice. So, when we say purchase order hindi lang siya purchase order, we also accept mga job order, notice to proceed, mga ganyan, documents na meron kayong ongoing project. So, the loanable amount that we have is up to 50% po ng purchase order amount kapag purchase order siya. Then up to 80% po siya ng invoice amount kapag invoice po siya. So, hindi po namin na-fund yung buong amount ng project or ng billing. So, yun yung expected amount that you can get. Minsan, based on the assessment, what can happen is our credit managers will recommend na it will be a bit lower than 50% or 80%. Pwedeng mas maliit po doon. Although from our experience nga, over time, once we get confidence sa payment behavior, nag-i-increase din po yung loanable amount. So, it's something that continues to move. Hindi naman po siya set to stone kung ano yung unang na-approve, yun na yun forever. We want to grow with you. So, kung ano man yung maging growth ng business nyo, yun din yung magiging growth in terms of our financing relationship. Yes. Then, dun sa second part ng question, paano pagka walang nagka-interest sa application ko? Ayan, full transparency, nangyayari po talaga siya. So, meron po kaming cases na hindi siya nafa-fund. Although pag ganon, we allow for reapplication in case the second time merong maging interested. Meron din po kaming, so meron kaming period for bidding or for, ano ba to? Parang nagbibigay ng funding commitment yung mga investor po namin sa platform for 5 days. Kapag after 5 days wala pa rin po, na-extend po namin ito ng 10 more days. So maximum yan na 2 weeks. In case medyo nag-iisip pa yung investor and gusto nyo pa pong ituloy yung application, you have 2 weeks. After that, kapag wala po, we allow naman for reapplication. We try to help you then through our relationship managers to understand kung ano yung nangyari, kung bakit walang nag-fund, para mas makatulong po with succeeding application. But yun, yeah, nangyayari po talaga siya minsan. Opo. Yeah. I hope nasagot naman. What industries do most investors? Okay. Good question din yan. Actually, marami talagang industries na pumapasok. Siguro, I don't have yung actual data in terms of industries na most investors are willing to fund. Pero yung mga pumapasok na lang po na application, we get po sa services industry, and also sa manufacturing and trading industry. Yun yung mga pinaka-common na pumapasok sa platform. Although, most investors are willing to explore then and to look into applications naman. We've also formed relationships with the investor. Para if meron silang questions, we can also answer for them. So, yeah, yun. Hindi ko masyadong sigurado in terms of the actual numbers, but we're open to all naman. Yes.
Okay. Miss Jeannie, may isa pang question dito. Into micro and small enterprise din po ba ang industry or existing businesses na may large network na for funding? So yung ibig sabihin siguro yung nakakapag-loan na ba siya sa bangko bago siya maging talagang attractive din sa mga investors ng investee.
I see. So actually, meron kaming clients na first time nilang maka-loan with Investry or first time nilang sinubukan kasi pandemic din kami nag-start. So naghahanap sila ng financing tapos nakahanap sila with Investry. So hindi naman requirement yung parang meron ng existing funding or existing history. Pwede yung first try or first entry point sa Investry would be sa funding or sa financing would be through Investry.
I see. Okay. I think na-cover na natin halos lahat, no? Paano nag-i-invest, paano makakapag-loan. Siguro ang huli is gaano kalaki ang funds ng investry? How much are you aiming to lend to SMEs in the Philippines?
Oh, wow. Actually, malaki ang mga pangarap po namin in terms of funding. So, we really want to fund as much as we can. Medyo malaki yung target po namin as a business. So, yeah, we have big hope for the company. We're also trying to get more investors, no, with Investee para mas maraming funds na umiikot. But yun, I just can assure now we're growing and we're really aiming big and we see a lot of potential with the Philippine market. In Indonesia, since 7 years na sila doon, umaabot na ng billions yung na-fund nila na SMEs. They have a much bigger network and our goal is to surpass. So hopefully magawa po namin yun dito sa Pilipinas.
Thank you, Jeannie. And siguro, isa pang question. Gusto naming malaman, kasi this is really a relatively new platform for SMEs, especially for our micro. Hindi sila familiar sa ganito, yung crowdfunding. I think even the more, yung mga bigger enterprises namin dito sa Philippines, hindi pa siya masyado talaga nag-i-embrace nito. So how will you attract them? How will you convince them na to go into this crowdfunding thing na mag-avail sila nito, this is safe and everything. And also siguro other players then siguro, how are you attracting other players to join? Or gusto nyo ba yun na magkaroon kayo ng competitors? Kasi syempre, the more players, it also raises credibility no, kung meron ka rin competitors. So I hope you
Yeah.
can answer those questions.
Yeah, good question. Dun sa first na how do we attract? We really want to build relationships na. So the best way that we do this is we just try to convince everyone to try. It's no pressure naman in terms of our registration eh. If you have an account and hindi ka pa ready to get funding, okay lang. We're open to everyone in our platform. So we really just encourage everyone to really try, to give it a go. We connect all of the SMEs with a dedicated relationship manager. And kung ano mang question nyo, pwede nyong ibato sa kanila and they'll be there to answer it. So that's the way we do it. We also try to convince people through to our existing customers. So we actually have a bunch of testimonials na rin online. You'll see their businesses, paano namin sila natulungan. That should be able to help then boost credibility, especially kung same business model, baka makita nyo na this is something that you want to try. Then yung second part ng question, do we want competitors? That's a good question. Actually, we were very excited to get the first license. But definitely we want more players, right? We want more people to try crowdfunding kasi the more people there are, the more people get help, 'di ba? Parang maganda din siyang learning opportunity for everyone. Like if we look nga in ASEAN or in other countries, sobrang booming na ng startup world there na ang dami na talaga nilang options. They've been able to innovate off of each other also, 'di ba? Through competition. So open din naman kami doon and we're happy to see how crowdfunding can grow in the Philippines. Yeah.
Thank you, Jeannie. We still have 1 minute. Baka gustong merong mag-go live with Miss Jeannie, an SME na gustong mag-raise ng question. Can we have a count 1 to 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So wala nang questions coming from SMEs. Maganda kasi sana nagtatanong na tayo, paano ba ako maglo-loan, ganyan. O baka nahihiya lang sila kasi medyo unfamiliar sila with crowdfunding. So Ms. Jeannie, we'll just leave your website, maybe your contact information din, para at least baka gusto nilang makipag-text sa'yo or makipag-send ng email. So we'll send, pakilagay na lang siguro sa chat box kung ano yung ating contact details para baka makapag-ask pa kayo ng mga questions nyo directly sa Investry. So thank you, Ms. Jeannie, for coming to today's DigiTalks, and we hope to invite you again, no? So kung magkakaroon pa kami ng events, maybe not this DigiTalks, but in similar information session din siguro na relevant doon sa ang inyong company. So thank you so much, Jeannie, and to Investry. So I think we have the next speaker, Cherry. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Jean, and thank you, Ms. Jeannie. At this moment, we have another message of support from our Regional Director in Region Caraga, who will share with us on their digital initiatives that could help you inspire the shift to digitalization. Ladies and gentlemen, our Regional Director for DTI Region Caraga, RDGay A. Fidalgo.
Hi everyone! Every day is a good day to talk about successes and inspirational stories, especially when it is on victories brought about by changes and transformations. When we talk of resiliency and flexibility, our dear micro, small and medium enterprises will always be on the top list. They are the living testimonies that changes do not always have to be painful. Most of the time, it is worth celebrating. Our transition from the pure physical business transactions to utilizing the digital media as a platform is not an easy feat. We recognize the big leap our MSMEs had to take for this. While the world is revolving around developments caused by digitalization and technology integration, our MSMEs also had to transform digitally. This is challenging and at the same time fulfilling. This is the reason why the Department of Trade and Industry prioritizes assisting our MSMEs and entering the digital market. We hope to be seeing a dynamic economy that also thrives on the online platform. As we acknowledge the fact that not all of us are digital natives, we also hold to the idea that everything is learned and acquired through education and replication. Thus, we believe that MSME DigiTalks will be a very powerful tool into pushing forward the department's aim to develop digital competitiveness among our MSMEs. In line with this, DTI Caraga region has also initiated activities to fulfill our agenda to improve our MSMEs operations in the digital market. We have conducted a series of capability building activities on digital content creation, especially on product photography and styling. This is to ascertain that our MSMEs are equipped with the basics of curating social media and website contents that will help them sell their products online. To extend our services, we have also capacitated our staff and program coordinators about digital marketing so that many from the office can assist the increasing number of MSMEs who are now exploring the digital market. These activities have led to an increasing number of MSMEs who have started marketing online through the social media and other hosting websites. We know that there are more success stories and best practices that we can learn from, and this is made possible by the set learning sessions. We hope that our MSMEs continue to improve on the field, and we believe that MSME DigiTalks will help them take bigger leaps on this. Thank you and congratulations to the DTI Bureau of Small and Medium Enterprises and Development for this initiative. A pleasant and productive day to all of us.
Thank you, RD Hidalgo, for sharing your digitalization efforts in your region. We're sure a lot of MSMEs here are taking note of the benefits that your MSMEs have experienced through digitalization. For our last but not the least topic today, the speaker will be focusing on helping SMEs to quickly advance progress and succeed by providing you with a quantitative analysis of your business and your initial creditworthiness through affordable financial technology and industry benchmarking. In addition to this, our next presenter will introduce their financial technology system solutions that can benefit MSMEs in their pursuit of business growth by leveraging information technology to improve lending, procurement, and accreditation processes, enhance operational efficiency, and strengthen the country's economy. Our next speaker is the head of sales for Credit BPO Tech Inc., covering all account segments in the Philippines. He has over 25 years of combined work experience in solution sales and business consulting in various roles in the Philippines and in regional assignments in Singapore and the UK. Prior to joining Credit BPO, he was connected with enterprise software and IT services companies, including Enchanto, Microsoft, IBM, Oracle, Alcatel, Lucent, Manogistics, JDA, and Ernst & Young Anderson. He also had several entrepreneurial stints in food and beverage distribution, healthcare distribution, logistics, and e-commerce. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the head of sales of Credit BPO, Mr. Ed P. Gamboa. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat.
Good afternoon po.
Good afternoon. Okay ba yung audio ko?
Yes
sir.
po,
Yes.
malinaw pa sa araw.
Okay, so let me share my screen. Diba natin yung screen? Okay, so this afternoon, thank you for inviting me. This afternoon, my topic is power of digitalized lending and credit scoring, right? So alam naman natin that we are leading the business through uncertain times and with data-driven rating and benchmarking report, which is what I'm trying to offer as Credit BPO. Okay. So when we talk about digitization, ito yung, we talk about a lot of things, right? Actually, during the pandemic, this is where the digitization accelerated, diba? Around the world, not only in the Philippines, but the biggest was actually in Asia. No? Now, we customers now expect that the innovation will continue at this pace because it's always about speed. Mabilisan. When you talk about digitization, kasi mabilisan, you talk about automation, right? So in 2023, the speed will prevail. Ito yung trend na nakikita natin. No? There will be focus on shifting to efficient, scalable, sustainable operations as we innovate. It's not just about speed now kasi medyo marami nang nag-innovate. Ano? As you can see, we talk about innovation in lending. We're talking about innovations in financing, in banking, not only that, in other solutions. Now we're talking about cloud solutions and etc. Right? So what the industry is becoming now is shifting to not just speed, but also in efficiency. So it's not about just speed. Medyo efficient and secure dapat and sustainable. Maraming tao ngayon, I heard about the presentation kanina, yung tinatanong niya about data privacy, right? Because that's part of digitization. But not only are we talking about speed, we always talk about being secure. Are we getting into a secure platform? Yun ang kailangan natin, right? So digital transformation can do better than just continuing legacy processes. Alam natin yung legacy processes noon, di ba? Yung processes na manual or Excel is still a legal process, but now they are shifting to solutions. Marami solutions that are, for example, the lending itself, right? Maraming innovations na nangyayari dyan. Ngayon, mabilis na ang systems, right? So, what corporations are trying to do is to go for the gold, meaning ayaw magpaiwan, right? Ayaw magpaiwan sa digitization. Kailangan ako rin mag-transform. Kasi lahat nagtra-transform na. Noon siguro, before the pandemic, hindi pa nagtra-transform yung iba, but yung iba napilitan. For example, lalo na on the retail business, right? That's why the likes of Shopee and Lazada emerged, no? Kasi merong need sa market na magkaroon ng speedy delivery, ng speedy order taking, at saka fulfillment, no? So they responded to that, at ngayon marami na rin gumagawa niya, not only them, di ba? So yun. Speed is all about automation and improvement of processes. So sa pagdating naman sa lending, di ba? Merong tinatawag na, we've been talking about digital transportation for lending. And each kind of loan products, for example, specific requirements are marami, di ba? Okay. Marami tayong nangyayari sa drawbacks of digitization that we can address. Ang ma-address ng digitization, lalo na pagka mabagal ang kunyari sa loan processing, right? Gusto natin mabilis ang processing, mabilis ang pag-evaluate para makuha kagad natin yung pera, di ba? Ganun ang gusto mo sa loan eh. Pero hindi lang naman ganun kasimple, di ba? Sa lending business, for example, maraming klaseng loan, right? Meron tayong personal loan, meron tayong retail loans, corporate loans, merong mortgage-backed loans, yung mga collateral dyan, at saka meron ding SME loans. At dito tayo ngayon, dito sa SME segment. Diba? So ngayon, actually, marami ang nagpo-focus sa SME. At bakit hindi? Alam nyo ba na sa entire Europe, ang SME market is nasa 279 billion euros. Ganong kalaki ang SME market. Right? So a lot of financial institutions, not just banks, but lending institutions as well, are also focusing on SMEs. At paano sila makaka-focus sa SMEs? Siyempre, kailangan lang i-improve ang service sa SME. Right? Kailangan makahanap ng paraan para mas madali sila makakuha ng loan, mas madali silang mag-qualify o madaling evaluate ang kanilang mga requirements para ma-pass ang loan applications. Di ba? So a lot of digital lenders now are wanted to reduce na yung time to say yes at saka yung time to cash immediately. Yun ang mga gusto mong makita, right? Itong mga form of innovations, ang gusto natin makita dito is, okay, Marami kayong hinihingi sa amin, marami tayong finifill upan, pero gusto rin namin mabilis ang resulta. Okay? So, ano yung mga top benefits of digital lending? Siguro this is just the top 5, but there are a lot more, right? For example, fast track the application process. Ito yung number 1 siguro na gusto nating mangyari, di ba? Kasi it improves transparency, shorter turnaround time, and syempre nare-reduce yung customer frustration. If you're very familiar, siguro yung iba sa inyo had been loaning from the banks mga 5 years ago or probably more. Gaano katagal, kabagal ang pag-process ng loan, di ba? Sobrang tagal. Ayaw natin nun kasi hindi ka naman pupunta sa bangko para humiram ng pera na kailangan mo pa 1 year before. Hindi naman ganun eh. Kailangan mo na ngayon. Kaya ka pupunta sa bangko. Kaya ka pupunta sa financial institutions. So kung matagal ang processing, ayaw mong mangyari na ganun, right? But with digitization, things are becoming faster. Shorter turnaround. The lending information is digitized also, di ba? Yung pagkolekta ng third-party data, mas mabilis na ngayon, di ba? Minsan nga sa telepono lang nakukuha na nila yung mga data ninyo, di ba? Meron na lang single interface. Kunyari, available na sa mga database ng mga government agencies, for example. Ang BIR, meron ng public available information. Ang Securities Exchange Commission, meron na rin. Ang PSIC, meron, di ba? Tapos, yung credit bureaus, meron ding mga ganyan na pwede na makukuha na ng information about a particular corporation or an individual. Di ba? So, mas mabilis. Tapos, using lending information, yung access mo nga, no? The lenders can access borrowing information from all centralized location. Ibig sabihin, mas madali na natin makuha ang information, mas madali ring makuha ng mga lending institutions ang information coming from you or the corporations. Okay? So, using lending information for analysis. So, pag sinabi nating analysis, hindi ibig sabihin analysis na okay na kung ano analysis ang gagawin, but basically analysis to determine your financial health. Ano? Para maaprubahan ang loan. What do you mean by financial health? Pwede ka bang pautangin? Pwede ka pautangin, magkano pwedeng pautang sa'yo? Kung pautangin ka ng ganito, gaano katagal mo pwedeng bayaran? So yun ang mga analysis or information na kailangan, di ba? And hindi madaling gawin yan. Hindi madaling gawin yan without any tools that could help you do it, right? Na mabilisan. Mobility. Yun yung sinabi ko about mobility gaya ng mga millennium ngayon, mga millennials, right? Everything na hindi umuubra sa mobile phone, for example. Pero isang banking app na wala sa mobile phone, hindi na ako magbabangko dyan. Gusto ko yung na-interface ko sa banking. Na-interface through my mobile phone. Right? Di ba kasi mas madali nga naman. Right? If you can, let's say mag-withdraw ka, o check mo yung balance mo, or you wanted to transfer money, let's say the likes of GCash, or kung ano pang any platform dyan for payment, di ba? BDO Pay, etc. Yan ang mabilisan di ba? And it's done through the mobile phone. So that's mobility. That's also part of digitization, right? So providing loans options for no credit customers. I think ito rin yung pinakamaganda, right? Kasi marami namang customers na first-time loan borrowers, first-time loan, first time pala nag-apply. Wala silang established credit history. So how can we do that? By digitization, nakakatulong rin yan. Kasi it picks up information from a lot of databases, no? A lot of information from government agencies, let's say, yung credit cards mo, bumili ka ng ganyan, bumili ka ng ganito, tapos yung mga behavior as a consumer, at least napipick up na yung mga information na yan to determine kung okay ka as a customer na pwede kang pautangin. Right? So some of the little benefits as well, right? For example, simplify loan process. Nabanggit na natin yan kanina, mas mabilis ang processing and mas gusto natin mabilis ang processing. Siyempre, pagka mabilis ang processing, reduce turnaround time yan. Nag-apply ako ngayon, siguro hopefully in a week's time, pwede na. Save costs. Siyempre, nakakatulong din yan with digitization, di ba? Lahat na lang online. Kailangan po dati kasi kailangan po magpa-photocopy ng mga documents, kailangan mo padala ng ganito, kailangan mo email lahat, lagay mo sa folder. Ngayon, hindi na halos ganun ang kailangan natin. So, mas mabilis na. No? Secure additional revenue. Siyempre, let's say for example, ngayon, meron kang kailangan na, let's say 100,000, kailangan mo sa business mo. Nag-apply ka na ng 100,000. Tapos nangyari, all of a sudden, merong biglang emergency na nangyari. Say, bagyo, whatever, or calamities, whatever. Yung kailangan mo ng 100,000, hindi na pala ganun. So, kailangan mo na 120,000. So, anong gagawin mo? Ulitin mo na naman yung application. Diba? So, will you go back to square one? Mag-apply ka ulit? Hindi na, no? With the digital lending, palibasa yung information mo is already there. Magdadagdag ka, hindi na ganun kahirap. Right? Siguro, ang magkakaroon na lang ng diferensya dyan is, kaya ka ba bang pautangin with the amount that you are loaning? Yun na lang yun, siguro. But the rest, I think, will be faster. I explained about reduced paperwork kanina. Siyempre, konti na lang yung papel na dumadaan kasi paperless na and frictionless. Right? Customized loans na. Ibig sabihin, you can get as much loans kung ito yung loans ko for this particular and I want to increase it or samahan ko ng mga, let's say, meron akong konting collateral na pwede natin ibawas yan, you can do customize that for that as well. Improve lead conversion, pagka marami ang applications na nandyan, kung mabilis ang evaluation nila, mas mabilis din ang approval. Diba? So yung conversion is faster with digitalization. Kasi kung puro papel yan, lahat bubuklatin yan ng mga tao, di ba? And you know how hard that is. And then ensure swift payback, syempre mabilis ang pagdating ng bayad sa inyo. So that's how it is. Pero what's really important in all of this, lalo na if you're a corporation or a person, is by having a good financial health. Di ba? Kailangan maganda, kumbaga meron kang personalidad na maganda, di ba? Kasi yung mga insurers and lenders are looking at different data, no? Bago sila magpautang sa inyo, they want to ensure na kaya ba akong mabayaran? O kaya ko ba siyang bigyan ng loan amount na ganito, na ganyan, no? So, what is important is it's all about your personality. Meron kang corporate personality. Kunyari, isang corporation is trying to go to the bank, for example, for a loan. Gusto niya mag-expand ang business. Successful na siya dito sa Maynila. He want to expand to Visayas and Mindanao, right? Ganun ba kadali yun? Well, it depends, di ba? Kung financially healthy siya, nakikita sa kanyang mga papeles na ang rating niya ay maganda, di ba? Then maaari siya makakuha ng pwede siyang pautangin ng bangko or some lending institutions. Ganon din naman. Kasi itong mga financial institutions na to, lenders or insurers, syempre ang tinitingnan yan, business naman kasi yan. No? Whether we like it or not, it's still a business. They want to help, but they also want to manage risk. Tama. Kailangan ma-manage natin ng risk ng kumpanya. Otherwise, pag puro pautang ka lang, wala namang bumabalik, laging late ang bumabayad, syempre mahirap din naman. At hindi ka rin makakatulong din sa iba. Correct? So dito pumapasok ngayon yung the importance of rating. Right? I mentioned to you about the importance of rating. So rating is actually a financial analysis report that's good for corporations. No? Parang binibigyan ka ng rating at pinapakita mo na ganito kaganda ang iyong financial health. Right? So yung credit BPO rating report actually has so many awards. Just to give you a little of a background, ang dami ng awards niyan, no? From CEO, being part of the tech team from Microsoft, Visa partner, ADB, pero pa nga kami from DTI, no? As a key private stakeholder in DTI when we are partners with DTI. No? But lately, accredited na ang credit PPO as credit rating agency sa SEC. So when you're working with SEC, makikita mo na yan, and credit PPO rating is part of that. Okay? So what is so special about the report? Diba? Ito kasing report na to gives you a flavor or an analysis of what the company is all about. Diba? Sa dashboard pala makikita mo na yung company information, financial condition rating, growth forecast, industry benchmarking, tapos meron pang detailed analysis report. Okay? Just an example, no, makikita mo sa dashboard is your rating itself. Kasi yung rating goes all the way from AAA down to D. D talagang bagsak na hindi na talaga pwedeng pautangin, right? Pero itong mga rating na to, sinasabi nila kasi is just a guide, no? A guide but sort of for investors and learners to see, ito pala, maganda ang kanyang rating, which means pwede natin siya pautangin. Ngayon, ang kanila na lang pagdidesisyonan is, okay, kailangan natin siya pautangin, magkano ang pwede nating ipautang sa kanya. Kung maganda naman siya, okay, maganda naman ang kanyang rating, mukhang nagbabayad siya ng kanyang mga existing loans, at maganda naman kanyang mga assets, di ganito, okay, pwede natin siya pautangin ng ganito. Right? So ito yung mga ratings and significance, right? Parang sinabi ko kanina, is from AAA down to D. Yung D, default or bankruptcy na. So medyo malabo ka ng pautangin yan, no? Pag yung kumpanya mo nandyan na expect na mahihirapan ka pautangin ng bangko, pag nandito ka sa mga C, ganyan, or triple C, maaaring pautangin ka, but a lesser amount, except if you have collateral siguro, then baka madagdagan yan. But if you are on the top of the ladder, for example, if AAA, open yan kasi maganda yung financial health mo. Sabihin, napakadali ng bangko or ng lending companies to issue you loans. Okay? So, pinakita ko lang kanina yung loans. Ito yung mga detailed financial statements. Ang summary niyan is the good and the bad. No? This is an example of the report. So, makikita mo. So, the good, ito, meron siyang standing relationship. Just as an example, pinapakita ko lang yung one of the ratings from one of our companies, no, na ini-evaluate. So ito yung kanyang ratings. These are the good points. These are the bad points. No? So pag tinignan niya ng insurers or ng lenders, naiintindihan nila, okay, ganito pala siya. So ito pala yung kanyang profile. So ganito ang pwede natin ipahiram sa kanya, ganito natin pwede extend the credit sa kanya, ganito katagal, etc. etc. Right? So, the good and the bad, meron ding growth forecast. Growth forecast meaning, itong kumpanya na to, in the span of 3 years, ganito nakikita namin, ito siguro ang kanyang standing, no, on the next 3 years. Saan nakikita tong mga information na to? Ito kasi sa system, sa platform namin, sasubmit mo yung financial statements. We require financial statements, siguro 3 years, per 2 years, okay na. Pwede rin interim statements, current income statements, pwede rin. You will look at it, no? At ilalagay mo sa system yan. Tapos in a matter of kung kumpleto na, no? Na ilagay mo lahat ng kumpleto na sa template, yung mga kailangan na hinihingi na information, magge-generate yan ng report. In less than 24 hours, makukuha mo na. So in other words, kung ikaw ay humihiram ng pera from a lending institution or a bank, kung meron kang rating report na makikita at may isasubmit sa kanila at makikita nila na ganito ang rating mo, mas mapapabilis ang pag-process ng loan mo. Kasi lahat naman yan, lending institutions, for example, tinitingnan naman talaga nila ang inyong rating, whether you like it or not. Some of them, hinihingi yung kanilang mga financial statements, itingnan nila yan kung gaano ka-healthy, and then will move forward with your loan. Diba? Kung hindi naman, then meron silang hihingi ng mga papeles sa inyo. So ganito yun, Imagine mo na pag-compile ng information at paglabas ng analysis na yan, matagal. Pero with this, palibasa, algorithm-driven siya at saka is a technology, pagpasok mo ng mga data in less than 24 hours. Minsan nga, in the test that we have done, nung isang araw na nag-ano kami ng test for isang bank, 30 minutes, lumabas na kagad yung result. No? Ganun kabilis. So nakikita nila, ito na pala yung rating ng kumpanya. Diba? So hindi lang yon, kinukumpara ka sa industry. For example, tinitingnan yung 5 metrics: gross revenue growth, net income, profit margin, ratio, debt equity ratio. So yan ang tinitingnan niya. Kinaka-capture rin ng report para matulungan. Okay. So before I go to the next slide, ito yung meron kaming platform, right? Specifically, these are for SMEs, right? But before I show the video, siguro baka merong questions at isisilipin ko muna. Si Credit BPO is not a lending institution, right?
Yes.
It is, Credit BPO is a financial condition rating that a company that provides a financial condition rating na gagamitin ng mga lenders para as basis kung pautangin ka o hindi. Okay, so yun siya. Okay? Now, meron kaming what we call it as a match platform. This is basically for SMEs. Ito is sa match platform na to, you will go online, you join the match platform at magkakaroon ka ng credit score, no? Para siya may subscription, no? Kakaroon ka ng credit score, tapos makikita mo dun sa platform yung mga lenders at saka yung mga applying for loans. At the same time, yung mga lenders naman, nakikita naman nila yung mag-a-apply ng loan. And when you join the platform, kumbaga, magkakaroon ka kagad ng credit rating. No? As part of the subscription, magkakaroon ka kagad ng credit rating. Let's say, ikaw ang rating mo is, let's say, a B. Right? So, nandun ka ngayon sa platform na yan. Tapos, may mga lenders na maraming lenders na nandyan. At makikita nila, ito pala si Mr. So-and-so. Ang credit rating is B. Sila na mismo ang lalapit sa'yo. Gusto mo bang humiram ng pera? Gusto mo ba ito ang ma-offer namin sa'yo? So that's how you do it. It's like just, siguro parang it's a marketplace of sorts para makikita mo kung sino ang mga lenders at the lenders, makikita naman kung sino yung mga borrowers in one platform. So yun yun. So, I will show the video and then after that, I will open the floor now for questions. Okay? Sandali lang. Let me just make sure that I have share my sound here. And There you go. So, thank you po. That ends my presentation. Maraming salamat.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gamboa, for that great presentation about your
Thank you.
company services. I hope everyone would be able to try Credit BPO since this is a very helpful tool in your business. Okay, for our participants, you may now raise your hand or type your questions in the chat box if you have any queries about Credit BPO. I'll give the virtual floor to Ms. Ching. I guess meron din po mga questions sa ating chat box.
Okay.
Ms. Ching, the floor is yours.
Yes. Thank you, Cherry. Thank you, Mr. Alex. Thank you. Sorry, Alex po yung nakita ko. Sir Ed Gamboa, thank you so much po sa presentation ninyo. And yun nga, may mga tanong pa. I think maraming tanong sa isip nila, I'm sure, ang SMEs natin. Kasi relatively new, are you willing to provide yung info mo, especially your credit information, your business information? I think that's really a major issue po, Sir Ed. Gusto ko lang malaman, how many na po ang subscriber po nating mga SMEs?
Madami na rin. I would probably put a number pero thousands na eh.
Thousands na, sir. So do you think, sir, ano yung primary reason, no, of the many reasons na binanggit ninyo? Ano talaga yung pinaka biggest talaga nila benefit ng isang SME once they avail or once they have listed their names, their company in the credit BPO? Ano talaga, sir, yun?
Well,
I'm sure there are a lot.
Yung sa match platform, kasi exposure yun eh. Exposure to a lot of lenders, di ba? So nakikita nila yung rating mo, which is quite important. So, alam mo naman yung mga lending companies, right? Siyempre, tumitingin din yan ng kung sino yung mga worthy na pag-aanuhan natin ng loan, right? Pagka meron ka ng rating, at least malalaman na nila na, okay, so ito na ang pwede nating lapitan at pwedeng anuhan ng loan o pautangin or whatever, right? So, yung importance nun, parang nasa explain kanina, kung meron kang corporate personality, kumbaga, di ba? And yung corporate personality mo kasi dapat syempre synonymous yan dapat to financial health eh. Lalo na kung ikaw ay nag-a-apply ng loan. Syempre, yun ang una nilang tinitingnan, di ba? Credit worthy ba ang kumpanya? Kasi without that rating na kung hindi ka naman credit worthy, maraming hihingin sa iyong papeles, maraming hihingin sa iyong requirements, and it could take long. It could take long for you to get. Baka hingan ka pa ng collateral, whatever. Pero kung magandang rating mo, if you have that, at least mabilis.
Okay. Sir Ed, ang ating mga big lenders like the banks, do they actually require na po itong credit BPO sa kanilang sa mga naglo-loan sa kanila?
Well,
hinahanap talaga to. I mean, of course, hindi lang credit BPO ang nasa industry.
Correct.
But
correct.
Yes, hinahanap ba ito, sir?
Yes, hinahanap talaga. As a matter of fact, ang mga bangko, yung iba, merong sariling credit rating score, may credit scoring.
Yeah.
And lalo na yung mga malalaki na, I don't think of anyone na wala niyan. Kasi yan ang una nilang tinitignan eh. So for those na may ibang banks na wala pa, so they're approaching us. Yung mga iba naman lending institutions are also approaching us as independent third party para magkaroon ng rating.
Okay. Sir, meron lang akong concern dito. May nag-message kasi, micro pa kami. When we are already small, I will avail of credit BPO. Sir, kailan ba talaga ang timing, sir? The right time para mag-avail nitong credit BPO?
If you are applying for a loan, at meron ka naman mga papers, you can get your rating. Yun lang naman yun. But of course, if you're not applying for a loan, then you don't need to, diba? Kasi ang rating naman kasi, hindi yung kukuha ka ngayon, ang rating mo will stay for the rest of for
Oh,
the rest of the year.
yes.
Hindi naman ganun
So
eh, di ba?
talaga pala, sir. So bago ko mag-loan, you get it, and that will be one of the
Yes.
basis, no, nung ating lending institution to
Correct. Yan ang mga
grant you
lending
the loan.
institution.
So okay. So always available. Sa gaano katagal, sir, ang turnaround para makapag-generate po ang credit BPO ng rating ng isang SME?
Mabilis lang, in less than 24 hours may rating na
Oh,
siya.
I see. Parang ano ka lang, nag-RT-PCR ka lang, sir, pala. Ganun pala
Yes.
kabilis. So,
Kabilis.
very
Pag
good,
kumpleto
sir.
naman yung requirements mo,
Oo.
as I said, nasa cloud naman yan eh, no? Load mo lang, pati yung bayad mo is already online. So mabilis lang. As requirements, pagka na, tapos na, meron ka ng rating. Ganun lang kabilis.
Sir, kahit saan ka ba, sir, dahil naka-cloud naman nga, no, sir? So kahit saan ba, kahit nasa Sulu ako, pwede ako mag-submit ng information sa Credit BPO and get my
Yes.
rating? Okay,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Baka pwedeng paki-type yung, again, sa chat box, yung, yung contact details ng Credit BPO. Baka may mga naglo-loan na dyan sa mga bangko na they probably would need the assistance of Credit BPO.
Okay.
So yun, pahingi na lang po, sir. Hopefully, sir, we will be able to invite you again kasi this is important for SMEs, yung kanila magkaroon sila ng credit
Lagyan lang muna natin sa yung
yung
website, no?
rating. Sige, sir. Okay, may ibang concern tungkol sa SB, so sasagutin na lang natin yan. Gaano kahirap mag-apply ang SME sa inyong company, lalo na first time pa lang? Ilang percent ba sa inyong buwan-buwan po? So, hindi naman yata lending institution.
Yes, hindi kami lending institution.
So,
Oo.
nagmamatch
Report
sila.
lang siya. Oo.
Okay. So, yon. Thank you, sir, for this information. Thank you rin dun sa info, www.creditbpo.com. Yan. So, marami pong salamat, Sir Ed, for allowing us to invite you dito sa aming DigiTalks po.
Okay, maraming salamat din.
Thank you po. Sherry, baka meron pang mga questions. Maybe we can remind them to answer our CSF, no? Especially yung ating mga CSF para sa ating mga speakers. Baka may gusto kayong tanungin pa sa kanila, and pakilagay na lang po dun sa ating CSF. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We would like to thank our speakers for today for sharing their valuable insights to us. Maraming salamat din po sa ating mga participants sa pagbibigay ng mga katanungan. At di sa mga hindi po namin nasagot, pa-email na lang din po kami sa business@dti.gov.ph. Propose na lang kami ng aming kasamahan dito sa ating chat box. Okay. Thank you po sa lahat ng mga nag-participate. Thank you for helping us become more aware of the various solutions that your company offers po, Sir Gamboa, in terms of lending apps and tools available for our MSMEs. So, nakapost po ngayon sa ating screen ang ating survey. Yung mga hindi pa po nakapagsagot ng ating survey, pasagot na lang din po. And especially yung attendance sheet po natin, hindi po ito pang whole sessions ng lahat ng sessions ng MSME DigiTalks natin. So, iba-iba po ang ating attendance per session. So, pasagot na lang din po. Nandun din po sa ating chat box yung link. Okay, before we leave, kindly please accomplish yung ating CSF. Okay, nasa link na po yun. And thank you everyone, and see you again next Thursday sa ating 4th episode ng MSME DigiTalks. Join us again for another session next week, November 10. See you everyone, and thank you so much for participating in today's session. Thank you.